Hey friends, it's Charles with another action figure unboxing, and this is one that I've been excited about for months. I've been putting it off, putting it off until I could find it at that right price because I'm a collector on a budget, and I found that right price. So let's get into it. I started opening the box even before we started recording. I'm so excited. But we're talking about David L. Bazooka Katzenbogen. This is from the Tiger Force G.I. Joe line, and I love the packaging. You know, you have some great art on the back. On the sides, you get a great animated picture of him. And I like the size of the packaging, the way it opens up. You know, you can keep it around, and if you want to store them in the package, real easy to do. So let's get them open and get to the main event. The action figure itself. I am really liking this already. Joints are a little bit stiff out of the box, but that's okay. We get some little light heat going on them, and we will get that going. Pulling out the accessories here, and we have the bazooka. Oh, and it comes in multiple parts. So that's cool. And then we have the projectiles that come out of the bazooka. Get those out. So we got them all out the box. Let's take a look at the figure. You know, I like to start with the appearance, then I go to articulation, then accessories. So that is the lineup for this review right now. So with the appearance, I dig it a lot. We have the football style jersey, the classic camo pants. Really, it's just a two-tone, but it has that classic feel. And it has a great texture on the pants as well that give it, you know, that more of a detailed look. I am really digging this. We have a belt. I don't see any holsters or anything, but why would he need a holster? He doesn't have a sidearm or anything like that. He has a bazooka. Well, muscle figure, pretty heavy. Big arms. You know, he's going to be carrying that bazooka around, so you're going to want to have some heft to him. So that is bazooka. And now let's talk about the articulation, which I am a big fan of. We're going from head to toe. We have the head on a ball joint, rolls around, and then we have the separate neck here. It goes side to side. The neck moves separately from the head, which is something I noticed they were doing with the last unboxing I did of Jinx. I'm not sure what to think about it. I don't know if we need a neck that moves separately from the head, but you know, why complain about more articulation? So we go from the head to the shoulders. We have the ball joint on the shoulders with the butterfly cutout here, so you can get a little bit of cross body action. Not too much though, because it is a heavy figure. So while we have the butterfly cut, uh, the chest does get in the way a little bit, the bigger chest. And so we have some of that mobility there, but not too much. And then we have the rotating between the shoulder and the bicep, and that bicep cut. And we have double jointed, very stiff elbows, but that stiffness is okay. You can work it out with some light heat. A lot of people, they boil them, which, you know, it works. But what I do is I take advantage of my surroundings. For instance, my computer here, as you know, your computer can get a little bit warm. And you have the cooling vent on the side that puts out a considerable amount of heat. I lay these guys next to the computer, let them get a little bit of that heat going. It's not going to melt, damage the paint or plastic, but it does loosen up your action figures real nice, so you can get that movement going in stiff joints without breaking the figure. We do not want broken action figures, so that's a tip right there. And then on the torso, we have the swivel, which I am a big fan of. The classified GI Joe standard classified line, they have the back and forth, but I prefer the swivel in the torso. And then the hips, do they move? The hips move slightly, but they are a little bit tight. Get a little bit of heat on them. And then between the hip and the thigh, we have a ball joint in the thigh. And right below that, we have a cut in the thigh for side to side. So you can get, you know, some action going on here. Get them stand up in a crouched pose position. And then the knees, we have the double jointed knees as well to go all the way back. They're hindered a little bit by the actual figure size and the cargo pant design, but still, that's not bad. You can get more than 90 degrees, so that is still better than the single jointed knees. The double joint is good enough for me there. We go down. We have on the calf, we have a cut on the calf so you can go side to side, and the feet are on a back and forth swivel. So that is our articulation. I dig it. When we have the torso on a swivel, that's going to be an automatic win in my book. So, really love the articulation. And then let's go to the accessories. We have his helmet, which is almost like an old school 1920s, 30s football helmet. It goes great with the theme of the action figure here. And then we have this cool backpack that you can actually store your projectiles in. And so I mean it's cool. It's a good looking piece, the backpack here. So aesthetically it's pleasing, but it's also practical to keep these small accessories with your action figure. And so we have something that is aesthetically pleasing and very functional. And that plugs right into the back here, which is cool. If I'm going to give a nitpick, when you have all of this details, and this is just generally talking about the whole GI Joe line and the way that they do backpacks, is there some of them they will have a harness built into the figure, but on this you don't have any type of harness. You have a single belt here. So what is the backpack connecting to? So another cool feature that I've noticed on the backpack, let's get this backpack off of them here, um, is you look, we have two empty hooks on the bottom of this backpack. And what could these hooks be used for? Well, we pull out our rocket launcher and boom, it goes conveniently on these hooks here. If I can get it going. And so you have an accessory that is not only aesthetically pleasing but functional. You're able to keep your projectiles in the top, the actual bazooka clipped onto the bottom here, and it goes into the back. And so, with my complaint about the lack of straps or harness to hold this on, this almost makes up for it. I mean, it is a cool feature. So we're going to be doing some shots of him moving and walking. You don't have to have the bazooka in hand. You can have it here, and when you store it and pose it, you're not using it. Everything is here. Overall, I would give this figure a 9 out of 10. I've been saying recently with all of my new action figures from G.I. Joe that this one is my favorite, but this may be my favorite since the last one I did, which is the Jinx figure that I unboxed last month. I love, first off, the texture between the pants and the helmet. Something that you may not even recognize on the camera, but when you get it in your hand, it makes a big difference. I like the football jersey. Big guy, because he's carrying a big weapon, and so does, you know, yeah. Oh, I think you could maybe have a sidearm or something, but it's not necessary. And I think this is well worth the price range it is in. I think I got this for around 15, but you can get it anywhere between 15 and $20. And I highly recommend it. It's gonna be one that stands out in my GI Joe collection, um, for a couple of reasons: the size and type of weapon, the bright shirt here, the throwback helmet. This is a very cool figure. So this has been my thoughts on the Bazooka action figure from the GI Joe Tiger Force line. I'm really wanting to get the Tiger Force Roadblock. Hopefully, I'll get that one next. That might be my birthday gift to myself next month. So stay tuned for that. Highly recommend if you find. I got mine on Amazon. I will see you guys next time. Until then, keep buying them action figures. I am out.